Let's talk with Trey. Discussing life day by day. Together we can pave the way. The next show is underway. Let's talk with Trey. Discussing life day by day. Together we can pave the way. The next show is underway.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with Trey Bryan. I'm happy that you guys tune in, and I welcome you to come in this every Friday. A new post will be out, right? So I welcome you to share, like, subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying this as we continue to get through this thing called life together. All right? So today's topic is going to be a quick one. Another quick one here, folks. Probably 5 minutes or less. We'll see. But it's on. I just want to put a little nugget out there about how life is difficult. Life can be difficult, right? So with that said, let's go into a scripture. Proverbs 3:5-6 states, trust the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to your own understanding. And in all ways acknowledge him and he will lead you to the right paths, right? So why did I start with that scripture? Because life is difficult. Life is difficult, so you need something to lean on and trust on, right? A lot of times we're sitting and say, oh, I'm going to trust on my spouse. I'm going to trust on my girlfriend, my boyfriend, whatever. And I'm going to trust that my kid's going to do this. I'm going to trust this and that. When reality is, we should go with the trusting of God first and then lean on others as God provide individuals for you to support you because you have that relationship with God, right? So that's why I jumped into the Proverbs 3:5-6 first. Now, with that, we're going to run into what I'm discussing, which is real quick. Life is difficult. Yep, we got it. Can end it now, right? Life is difficult, but what are you going to do about it, right? Things break. Don't freak out about it. People break. People disappoint you, and people will make life difficult for you, right? It's life. Relationships breaks. Relationships end. Things can be bad. Work relationships, personal relationships, church relationships, associates, right? Things can get very difficult as you go through life. We know this. The difference is, how do you handle that as you go through life, right? I would say this real quick, and we'll be done, is we have to accept that life is difficult and that things in life will not stop being difficult. Let me repeat that. We have to accept that life can be difficult and that things in life will continue to be difficult. I believe once you realize that, then things become easier. I think our expectation is that life doesn't have to be difficult and that life won't be difficult because if you do this, this, and this, A, B, and C, right? But I believe if you look at it and say life is going to be difficult because people are in it with human beings, things break because they are just things that we create. And people change here and there, so things will be different, and it may be difficult on how you deal with them, whether it's work or relationship, because we grow as we get older, right? Once you realize that, I think your mindset would change and say, you know what? Yeah, that's where it's going to be, but what can I do to improve that? Change your mindset. Changing the mindset. What I mean by changing mindset? Well, a lot of times when we're dealing with certain things, we think that we're a victim. Somebody did something to us. They changed that. This is broke. My car don't work. I'm a victim. Oh, they broke up with me. I'm a victim. They cheated on me. I'm a victim. They told the boss I stole their pen. I'm a victim. When reality is, if you look at it and say, I'm going to change my mind to be more positive and say, that thing happened. But the silver lining is that I'm not dead. That thing happened. The silver lining is I still have my mind. That happened. The silver lining is I still have my health. And I can improve on all of those. I can improve on my mind. I can improve on the way I'm thinking. I can improve on how I intake something. Like, life is difficult. It is. Now let's move on to how to get through this. Because I'm here on this life, on this earth. How can I make it better? All right. As opposed to, woe is me. Life is difficult. Can you see this happen to me? That happened to me. No. Life is difficult. Yep. Let's jump on this bike and ride it. Let's move to the next thing that we have to do in life so that we can get through this thing called life. Right? What I'm saying, transform your mind to a positive way of thinking as opposed to a negative way of thinking. And I guarantee you, you'll be having difficult things in life and you won't even realize it. You won't even realize it. All right. With that, I'm going to be out and say thanks again for tuning in for another episode of Let's Talk with Trey Bryant, where today's topic was life is difficult, but make it better. All right. So with that, remember to subscribe, like, share to all the folks that you may know and people you may not know, and then submit topics as well so that I'll be looking at those comments to see if you guys have topics for future podcast episodes. And then we will incorporate that into the next future episodes. I promise you. All right. So let's continue to be there for one another and get through this thing called life. Yep. Quoted Prince twice. And then, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you next week. God bless you. Love you guys. Out.